here with David Robinson. David, it was just last year around this time that we were here to congratulate you, and you're inducted by yourself. But now, tell me what it's like to be a part of something like this.
Yeah, I mean, amazing. You know, being a part of that team that didn't win and seeing, you know, the mental change that we made as a nation and saying, hey, the world is getting so good, it's time for us to step it up. It was a phenomenal experience for me. So, I mean, how do you not like getting inducted with Michael Jordan and Magic and Scottie Pippen, all these guys, great players?
Well, it's great, you know, to be a part of such a great team and one of the first professional Olympic team to be put together. I'm very honored to be here and be a part of that group of guys.
It's a great feeling. Anytime you're inducted into any Hall of Fame, it's a wonderful tribute. It makes you feel real good, but especially to be a part of this team. You know, the greatest basketball team ever assembled. So it was an honor back in '92, and it's an honor to be here now.
It feels great. You know, it's amazing. 17 years has passed, but it's a privilege and honor to be here, and it just brings back wonderful memories.
It was a lot of fun. It was a great experience for me, playing with all those great players. We represented the country. You know, it's going to be good, you know, getting back in there. I haven't seen a lot of them in a lot of years. So we're going to talk trash, reminisce. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right around, you know, '92 is when the rest of the world started to catch up with us. And that's why we had to go from all college players to some pro players too. So I think that was a good decision because all the other countries were using their pro players. And there's nothing like that first Dream Team. The other Dream Teams have been very, very good, and I was very proud of them winning last year with Coach K, as the head coach. But any team where you have Jordan, Bird, and Magic on the same team is just unbeatable.
And I do think we've helped a lot of the countries in basketball, but also, you know, as long as we get our best players and then the right mix around them, we'll continue to win gold like we just did.
Besides winning, is there a specific memory when you think about the Olympic Village or just being there with the guys that stands out?
Yeah, the whole experience was wonderful, you know, I mean, and for us, you know, for myself anyway, to be surrounded by great players and Chuck Daly and his staff, Coach K, Lenny Wilkins, PJ, just a great, you know, bunch of human beings, just classy guys and all successful. And so that alone was just an incredible experience.
Is there a specific memory looking back now, maybe just from being there in the Olympic Village, anything that stands out?
The thing that stands out to me the most is how much I looked forward to the practices, because I had to find out in my heart whether I could play with the best players in the world. I was fresh out of college, so there's a little indecision there. You're not feeling as confident, and it was very reassuring to go to practice and realize that I could play with those guys.
We did a lot of trash talking. As a matter of fact, the practices was a lot tougher than the games. But, you know, it was a great experience, and those guys, they're all great players in their own right, and, you know, we represented the country. We did it with a lot of class.
The one practice in Monte Carlo, I think, was one that kind of stuck out in my mind, and just because, you know, there was so much trash talking before and after the practice, and I just remember the intensity being so high, but there was such a level of respect for each other, and to me, it was one of the purest forms of basketball that you could have, because everybody's playing at this high level, but there was just a great level of respect for each other.
You know, with all the accomplishments you've had, what is it like actually winning a gold medal for your country?
I have two. Myself and Michael, we played in '92 and then in '84. So it was great. It was a great experience. I mean, when you're playing, when I was playing for the Knicks, I'm representing the Knicks fan. When he was playing with the Bulls or whoever they're representing, they're playing for the team. But when you're in the Olympics, you're representing the whole entire country. So you have the whole country supporting you. So that's the biggest difference.
This is great. I mean, you play your career in thinking that, you know, you're playing for an NBA championship and you want to have a longevity, but the opportunity to be a part of this Olympic team when it was assembled for me as a young player at that time was a great honor for me, and to also be assembled with some of the greatest players to ever play the game.
It's like you're in a war. You're fighting, you know, you're fighting a war for your country. You're kind of fighting a basketball war for your country, so there's so much pride and so much effort that you put into it because you want to represent your country in a great way.
It was a phenomenal experience, and it's something, you know, I can at least brag to my kids about now. They don't believe that Dad was ever any good, but I can point to this team and say, you know what, I actually got to play with some of the greatest players. So it's a blessing.